You're watching First Up. Let's quickly take a look at non-stop 100 news stories in under 20 minutes. Here we go. A mafia of middlemen, school teachers, impostors and possibly state education officials appeared to be running a massive test rigging racket in Bihar. The 10-day investigation into the scandal came after India Today conducted an on-camera test of the state's cream of the crop. In the state's Vaishali district, a network of fixers, touts and impostors guaranteeing high scores in the 12th standard are thriving. Days after India Today's expose, Chief Minister Akhilesh visited the martyrs' corpse family and assured thorough probe into the Mathura incident. The BJP, however, continued to step up the heat, asking for a referendum on law and order. The Bombay High Court has asked the censor board to give the film Udta Punjab an A certificate with just one cut, saying that there was no blanket ban on the movie. No end to terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. A terrorist and a woman were killed as paramilitary stopped a bus coming in from Srinagar in Udhampur's Kud area. A fighter jet of the Air Force crashed near the Jodhpur Air Base. The pilot managed to eject to safety during the mishap, which took place during a training flight. Unprecedented provocation by China after trying to derail India's NSG bid. 250 Chinese troops reportedly entered the East Kemang district of Arunachal Pradesh on the 9th of June. Political and religious fault lines have widened after the BJP claimed exodus by hundreds of Hindu families over persecution fears by a Muslim gangster in UP's Kerala. Setting the tone for BJP's poll campaign in UP, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a rally in Allahabad where the BJP held its national executive meeting. He called for an end to the rotational SP-BSP governments. Sources have told India Today that BJP Chief Amit Shah held a meeting with MPs from UP and sought a survey every 4 months in all 6 divisions of the state. Congress in charge for UP, Ghulam Nabi Azad, has said that his party will field a chief ministerial candidate for the coming assembly polls, denying earlier speculation. Azad said that Congress VP will not be the CM face. Empowered Committee of State Finance Ministers on GST bill will meet in Kolkata today. Bengal Finance Minister Amit Mitra will chair for 2-day-long crucial meeting. In UP's Gonda district, thunderstorm and rains wreaked havoc as the storm uprooted trees at many places. A woman biker who embarked on a suicide awareness campaign by riding solo across India returned to her home in Hyderabad. She started the journey in November last year. Renowned sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik paid tribute to victims of Florida mass killing through his art. He made a sand sculpture on the shore of Puri beach to express his grief over this incident. The civic body's decision to paint Nagpur city orange has drawn severe criticism from the opposition. A team of Bihar police arrested a 19-year-old Naxalite from Punjab's Mohali. Cops say that the arrested teen was absconding after blowing up a CRPF vehicle in Bihar's Tandua. At least 4 people were killed as they came under a collapsing wall in Gujarat's Anand district. A minor boy was thrashed by cops in UP's Ghazipur after he allegedly stole mangoes. The Swiss government would send a state secretary for international financial matters to India today to explore and enhance cooperation on the issue of black money and tax evasion. The Bombay High Court will hear a petition seeking CBI probe against former Maharashtra Minister Eknath Khadse for alleged phone calls between him and the underworld don Dawood Ibrahim. President Pranab Mukherjee will arrive at the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire. This will be the first ever high-level visit from India to the country since diplomatic relations were established between them. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jaitley will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Delhi today. Jaya is expected to take up a host of state-related issues. The AIIMS MBBS entrance exam results for this year are likely to be released today. The candidates have contested for 672 MBBS seats for 7 AIIMS institutions across the country. Jolt to the ruling Aam Aadmi Party government, President Pranab Mukherjee has refused to give assent to a legislation that seeks to protect 21 party MLAs who have been appointed parliamentary secretaries. Responding to the decision, Arvind Kejriwal hit out at Prime Minister Modi, saying he was scared of his party. The Congress is now gunning for Aam Aadmi Party MLAs. The party has expressed happiness over the rejection of the bill. In a horrific incident, a speeding Honda City car knocked down 3 pedestrians in the Janakpuri area. 3 unknown assailants shot at the owner of a jewellery store in Rajouri Garden in West Delhi. The owner was on his way home when 3 men on a bike attempted to stop his car. With Eknath Khadse's ouster from the cabinet, a long-pending reshuffle and expansion of the ministries is likely next week. An RSS-inspired daily paper, Tarun Bharat, has yet again dared Shiv Sena chief Uddhav Thackeray. The newspaper called the Sena chief arrogant and mocked him over the plight of party workers. Viren Singh Taude, who was arrested in connection with the murder of rationalist Narendra Dabholkar, wanted that an imported gun to be used to kill Dabholkar. A man was electrocuted at the Borivali station, which he was on the rooftop of a local train. A video says poor efforts to save a life. No great efforts were made by the railway administration to save him. Actress Karishma Kapoor and Sanjay Kapoor have officially got divorced, with court accepting their consent terms. In yet another setback to the Congress in Telangana, party MP G. Sukhinder Reddy and MLA Bhaskar Rao are set to join the ruling TRS. Telangana government has decided to set up a heritage committee with Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao as the head. Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has allowed hotels to function round the clock during the month of Ramadan. Suspended JDS MLAs say they were hurt by the way the party chief H.D. Deve Gowda treated them. While the JDS may have been left red-faced, the party has something to cheer about. The JDS leader has won with a record margin for a record 7th time for the elections. Chief Minister Sisodia, who is known to champion the anti-superstition bill, may have himself fallen prey to superstition. In a twist, the Chief Minister changed his car after a crow perched on it. People were unable to shoo it away. Southwest monsoon appears to have arrived in the nick of time, as the water level in the reservoirs of Khabare catchment area had almost touched rock bottom. Actor Shivraj Kumar says a strong agitation by people will force the government to solve the water crisis in a Paj district of the state. Unable to pay bribe to the government hospital staff, a father lost his son. The father claims that his son was left to die on a stretcher. Even after drawing flag from BJP and AIA-DMK, DMK chief Karunanidhi has upped his attack on the ruling party, saying Sanskrit was being forced upon and measures are being taken to destroy Tamil. Residents along the beaches in Chennai are living in fear of their houses being washed away. Hundreds of parents held a protest after facing inconvenience as a prominent school ordered separate entry for boys and girls. Superstar Kamal Haasan, who's shooting for Sabash Naidu in Los Angeles, had to step into the director's shoes after the film's director T.K. Rajiv fell sick. Controversy has erupted after CPM MLA P.K. Sasi was seen shouting and scolding police officers. Anju Bobby George says she's happy that the CPM has called her the pride of Kerala. The Olympian says she will not quit the Sports Council post. The Left Democratic Front government has decided to bring back farming practices to the controversial Methran Kayal wetlands by raising paddy and other suitable crops. A teenage student from Alleppey swims over 3 kilometers every day to reach to the school. Unlike other students, there's a swimsuit and water goggles in the school bag. A 7th standard student from Kochi, who was crowned the Little Miss Princess of Asia 2016 at a beauty pageant held in Georgia, has expressed her happiness on bagging the title. A woman working at Arunachal Pradesh house was allegedly transferred from her work after she complained of sexual harassment by her boss. A middle-aged housewife was raped by 3 unknown men in Howrah. The victim says the few miscreants broke inside her house and raped her. A TMC leader was shot dead by unidentified men in Nadia's Gangapur. The slain was in a market when the attackers fired bullets at him. 3 youth died on the spot after a truck collided with a bike in East Midnapur. Police have arrested 4 people allegedly involved in killing a businessman. Cops have recovered a revolver and bullets from the assailants. US President Barack Obama says there was no clear evidence that the shooter in Florida shooting was directed externally by a larger terrorist network. Flags flew at half-mast in the US capital after a gunman massacred 49 people at a gay club in Orlando. People across the United States turned out to honor victims of a massacre. From Indiana to Texas to New York, mourners lit candles, waved pride flags and held signs saying, "We are stronger than fear." Singer Adele broke down in tears as she dedicated her concert to the victims of the shooting. A new video footage shows violent lootings in a bakery in Venezuelan capital. The Italian Coast Guard says it had rescued some 2,500 migrants from rickety boats in the Mediterranean over the weekend. 3 children are in critical condition after being thrown from an apartment window by their mother. Iraqi forces are gaining ground against Islamic State near Fallujah, which is the stronghold of the terror group. A curfew was imposed in Landkotal and Tokram near the Pakistan-Afghan border following firing by both forces, which injured 3 Pakistan security personnel. 6 people, including 2 infants, died when a heavy truck flipped over and crushed a minivan on an expressway in East China's Jiangxi. Elite German athletes sprinted up 61 floors of a skyscraper in Frankfurt in a race known as Skyrun. 426 athletes took part in the competition in the 5th edition of the annual event. Actor and comedian Bill Murray has been chosen to receive the 19th annual Mark Twain Prize for American Humor by the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. He will be awarded later this year. As the Shanghai Disney Resort is set to open later this week, the theme park will be unique among its counterparts as it incorporates its trademark characters into the murals of its Chinese-style architecture. An elderly woman appeared to delight a crowd of football fans in Marseille. She threw a ball out of her window to cheer and whistles. Paintings including works of Peter Paul and Tintoretto, stolen by armed robbers from a museum in Verona last year and recovered by Ukrainian law enforcement authorities, were put on display in Kyiv. The Indian men's relay team created a new record in the 4x400 meters category by clocking 3 minutes, 2.17 seconds. After New Zealand slubbed the offer to play a day and night test against India in the subcontinent conditions, BCCI has now proposed the English and Wales Cricket Board to play the newest format of the game. Are teaming up once again for their next film by the year end. Hrithik Roshan will soon start shooting for the next, titled Thug, soon. 2 years after divorcing Hrithik Roshan, Suzanne Khan has spoken out about why she decided to end her marriage. In an interview, she says she did not want to be in a false relationship. Actress Shilpa Shetty has dismissed rumors about split with her husband Raj Kundra. The actress says the reports about her separation from husband are completely false. Shraddha Kapoor has hit the high notes after belting out musical hits for previous films. Returned to the 70th annual Tony Awards, the iconic star helped close the show by presenting the final award of the night. Actors of The Colour won big at the awards Tony, a counterpart to the controversy that surrounded the 88th Academy Awards. Model Gigi Hadid has penned an emotional message of support for former One Direction singer Zayn Malik. Bollywood's acclaimed actor Irfan Khan has reunited with Hollywood superstar Tom Hanks for the promotions of their upcoming film Inferno. Microsoft has announced the deal to acquire LinkedIn should be finalized this year. In a first for the US, social networking giant Facebook activated its safety check feature for users in the aftermath of the mass shooting in a gay nightclub in Florida. Facebook, Microsoft and Google have agreed to work with Bangladesh government over inappropriate content on the internet. After successfully creating several apps for Apple, Anvita, an Indian descent living in Melbourne, has made it to the Apple's World Software event and become the youngest attendee. Yahoo has announced that it will be discontinuing its legacy messenger service in favor of a newer, improved version.